There's absolutely nothing worse than your kids coming up to you saying, Dad, I got to print out my project, and then trying to print it out and having the printer be out of ink. And that's one of the things that I really hated about the cartridge based, ink based printers. But luckily, this printer here, which I'm going to go into, solves all those ink anxiety problems that many parents and home office workers have. Hi there, it's HighTechDad, and today we're looking at the Epson EcoTank ET-4850. Now, I usually do a lot of product reviews on my website at hightechdad.com, as well as on my YouTube channel, where I look at technology that's really good for the home, other types of family tech, and just gadgets and gizmos that I really like. And I gotta say, I love what Epson has done with the EcoTank printer series. So what is really nice is you don't have to worry about ink cartridges anymore. They run out all the time, they're expensive, they're small, they fill up landfill because you use them for like 10 prints or something like that. And then you have to replace them and you gotta rush to the store when your kids' projects are due and get new ones. It's a nightmare. But luckily, the EcoTank has these capsules full of ink. I mean, this is a lot of ink in here. This is the black ink. And then this particular one has 3 other colors. And it basically loads up a reservoir full of ink and it seems to last forever. I had a smaller version of this earlier and I've never had to change the ink on it. And I've printed out a ton of stuff. So let's go into some of the features and the setup of the EcoTank ET-4850 and see what it's all about and why I like it so much. So let's see what's in the box of the EcoTank ET-4850. Haven't opened this yet. Oh, so fun. See what kind of surprises are in here. Carefully packaged. It came just in this box, no other packaging. So we have the big black ink here. We have some styrofoam. We have a power cord. Here's the rest of the ink, and this is the EcoTank ink. So there's magenta, cyan, and yellow, in addition to the extra large bottle of black ink. And then here's the printer itself. There's some instructions and wow, a CD. Who uses CDs anymore? Here's the printer, carefully packaged up. Nothing else in the box. So let's open this up and see what everything looks like. And I'll go through the setup and some of the features on this in a few minutes, but everything is carefully held together. This is the auto feed scanner tray, the small display, paper holder, and here are where you can see the levels of the ink. Power goes in here. There's an Ethernet port and some other, actually that's a telephone port, Ethernet port, USB port if you want to direct connect, because this is a fax machine as well, so there is the option of using that. So let's take a look and see how this all works. So you just saw the unboxing. Here it is. I took off all the blue tape. Comes with a manual, comes with obviously the power cord, and then you have all of the ink that you're gonna load up into the tank, and you'll see in these indicators here the actual levels of the printer itself. So it's got a small display. I wish it was a little bit bigger. This does pivot so you can angle it. This particular model has an automatic document feeder for scanning, so you can put in a stack of papers and scan them through. You can also do manual scanning by putting it inside. This is the bin where the paper comes out. And then there is a paper holder underneath that you can fill up with probably about a half a ream of paper and have it right there. This also has a fax machine, copier scanner, as I mentioned. It does have Wi-Fi, so you can just sort of put it anywhere in your house or home office or office itself and connect to it. But one nice thing that I like about it is in the back, there is an Ethernet plug where you can actually connect it to your network. You can do automatic two-sided printing if you want to do that. And there are a lot of other features that you can do, as well as connect it to a smartphone app and do wireless printing, which is fantastic if you have tablets or smartphones or laptops that are connecting into your network and you want to print wirelessly as well. So let's take a look at filling up the reservoir and how that works, and then we'll do some setups and see how it all works. So there is a very simple instruction manual that you can follow. You can either plug it in and turn it on and set it up that way, or you can go straight to filling the tanks, which is a pretty easy process. And I'm going to walk through that right now. So here you can see underneath when you open it up, so you don't lift up the scanner part, but you lift up the inside itself, make sure it locks into place. Then you flip up the EcoTank holder here, and there are there's the black, the cyan, the magenta, and the yellow different connectors right here. So you just pop one of these open, you take the appropriate color, and it's going to tell you if you're doing the wrong thing. You just unscrew it, and it's got a special kind of nozzle. It'll only let you put in the proper ink into the proper reservoir. So then you just take it, turn it upside down, and pop it in. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually just flowing. There are bubbles going. And down at the bottom here, you can see the tank just filling up right now. So it's slowly going down. It should fill up the entire tank, and then you're done and you can recycle the bottles. So that's a nice thing. So I'm just going to fill up this one, and then I'll fill up the other ones off camera, and we'll be ready to turn this on and test it out. Almost full. You can hear it just sort of bubbling away. It's extremely easy, and it looks like there's no mess whatsoever. I don't hear it bubbling anymore, so we're pretty much done. It's taken a few seconds just to fill up the entire reservoir. So I'm almost done filling up the black. You can see it's larger tank here. It's about halfway through. Fills pretty quickly. Only dropped a little bit of ink on my furniture, but hopefully it won't be noticed. But it's super easy to do. So you just have to be patient, let it load up, and then you're ready to go. I've also loaded some paper into the paper tray here. So we're good to go to do some test prints as soon as we're all setting up everything. All right, so the tanks are completely filled up. Let's power this on and do the setup. Now, supposedly, once you add in new ink, it will take a little while to charge it all up. So first you select language here. I'm hitting English, so I'm gonna continue without the app. USA, daylight savings time, it's summer. We can set up the date format, so month, day, year. So I'm gonna go through all of this, probably speed this up so you don't have to watch everything. And now it's processing. It's gonna start charging all of the ink. It's gonna go through this whole process. And I'll probably come back once it's all set up and ready to go, because it could take up to 10 minutes. So the firmware update is complete. This is the home screen. Obviously, this is a touch screen. You can push the button to see different things in here. We were just in the maintenance settings and general settings. You can configure network and that sort of thing, Wi-Fi setup, wired LAN setup, network status. So it's connected right now. Let's see how everything looks. Yes, it has an IP address. You can also print out various statuses and printer settings and various things like that. You can also, from the home page, connect directly to configure your network settings. So right now it's using a router, not Wi-Fi direct. You can click on that. If I wanted to change it to a Wi-Fi connection, I could do that here. Lots of different things that you can do. And then you also have the ability to quickly copy something. Like, for example, I have the instructions. Put it into the scanner and hit copy. And it's going to ask me black and white or color. Let's do color, one-sided. And then it's right in the middle. I hit start. And so now it's scanning it. Let's see how quickly it does it. It's doing just one sheet. Didn't change any of the other settings, but wanted to see how quickly this would scan and copy things. So it's probably taking a little less than a minute, but here you have it. It's coming out pretty darn quick. Looks pretty crisp. There's some color on it. And there you have it. Looks like it cut off a little bit on the top, and that's probably my fault because I didn't put it in the proper angle. There are little arrows that tell you where to put it. It also could be that this page is a little bit bigger, which it is. See, you can see, so it cut off the top. So play around with it to see what works. As I said, it has the automatic document scanner. You can do copies and scans and faxes and other types of things. But the best feature of all is this EcoTank, where you will pretty much never run out of ink, at least in the first year or so. I haven't, in my previous one, I didn't run out of ink, and I printed a lot of copies of things. So that's the Epson EcoTank ET-4850. This is a great little printer for home, for school projects, for home office, that sort of thing. It's got the EcoTank, which never seems to run out. It's got an automatic document feeder for scanning bulks of papers. It has a regular scanner. You can use it as a fax. Basically, this is a great printer for any home or home office. So anyway, I've written more on my website, and that's at HighTechDad.com. And you can also ask me questions if you have any on Twitter, and I'm at HighTechDad. My Facebook page is facebook.com/HTDblog. And be sure to give this a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more tech reviews of technology that's really good for the home or family tech or just other gadgets that I'm testing out and liking or not. So hope you like this review, and be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.